if this found you, make no mistake, Source brought you here. And there is something here that you need to hear, see, sense, whatever it is. So use your discernment, my friend, and your intuition. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. And then just keep in mind, me being an energy worker, a master healer, and medicine woman, I am moving energy. So it is my intention to support you in moving the energy to where it needs to go so that you can become aware of what you need to become aware of, or make that decision that you've been wanting to make, get clear, right? Or even just to have a confirmation. So whatever it is, you're here for a reason. So welcome to my channel, and let's get into it. I'm currently speaking to someone who is going through a massive transition and transformation at this moment, which is pretty on brand for me, because typically you're going to meet me when you're in the midst of a transition, a transformation, or you're about to actually go through one. So I am speaking to someone who is going through a very big transition. You're closing one chapter out and you're moving into the next chapter. Okay? With this, I keep hearing like a grand finale. There's this beautiful grand finale that you have designed before coming into this life for yourself. Because we're seeing this world, right? The world. And this is the world card. But we're seeing this world with great big golden wings. And it says to me, grand finale. Grand finale before moving on into the next chapter, wherever that is meant for you. There are I'm just looking at the card. What I'm seeing is that there are things unfolding that you have no idea what's going on right now. There are things that are unfolding right underneath you, right underneath your nose, right underneath your own perception. You have no idea what these are, but these are seeds that you've planted, seeds of expression, right? Seeds that you've planted with love, with heart. There also seems to be an ancestral blessing coming through. Let's see, this seed that you've planted, you planted it with the higher realms. The higher realms, in other words, what I mean by that is that the higher realms were with you when you planted those. They were almost implanting the highest intentions alongside you. Whatever this is, you planted something. What I'm hearing is long ago. It's starting to unfold, unfurl, starting to take root. Not quite blossoming yet, but it's taking root. And as it takes root, it's going to take root really quick. It's going to grow. What I'm hearing is, oh, it's interesting because they're going to grow. You're going to grow roots really quick. We're growing roots really quick. Wow. Okay. It's going to take root, going to take hold. And I just feel this fast-paced forward momentum coming in for you. as things flow, or as things kind of continue to unfurl and unfold. But you, having completed this, right, these big golden wings at the end of this chapter, it says to me, you are ready to fly. You are ready to spread your wings, even if perhaps you don't feel like it, even if perhaps any kind of doubt or uncertainty, or just like any kind of hesitation, anything that might come in, despite all of that, you are ready. You're ready. Because here's the thing, what you planted, the heavens mirrored it. Source mirrored it. God mirrored it. Your highest self, your guides mirrored what you planted down here. They mirrored it and planted it in heaven. So it's through this alignment, right? It's through this holy alignment that everything is going to unfold, unfurl, take root really freaking fast. Take it how it resonates. Today's message seems a little cryptic. And so I'm just reading the cards instead of actually looking in the book. And I've never read these cards before. So it's interesting what's actually coming out. Okay. At the end of the world is what I'm hearing. At the end of the world, you find your own light. The angel light, right? Angel light. At the end of the world, right? We're speaking in code right now, at the end of the world. As the world, right? That's the end of a chapter, the end of an era, the end of a time or phase in your life, and the start of a new one. At the end of the world, the angel finds her light. Ooh, this is really cryptic. But if this is resonating, let me know in the comments. At the end of the world, the angel finds her light. The jewels are lit and discernment reigns. Kia lama o uya kia layaka. Makogia lei mahaya umaya. Kia lama wa. Sena, 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 koma. This is you. This is you. This is it's a reflection of you. It's interesting. This is you. This is you in your alignment, you in your purpose, you in simply your beingness. This is just you. The angel light, right? Angel light. This is you. This is your light. This is your power, your abilities. At the end of the world, there's this sensing of like at the end of the world, this light flickers on, or this light just pops on. With this also feels like your gifts and abilities. Here's the thing. I'm getting a sense that your gifts and your abilities are going to come on in a way that they've never come online before. Take it as it resonates, okay? But this is how it's coming through. It feels like it's time for you to shine unapologetically. there's no going back. There's no going back to the old you, the old world. That's all dead. It really is all dead. Your gifts and abilities are coming online like they never have before. And I mean like a significant jump. Because says to me, it's firing on all cylinders. Now, again, this is, us kind of beginning our awakening, but like this is relevant to where we are right now in our own evolution. You got to keep in mind, keep context. Don't get too far ahead of where we are right now in our own evolution, but make no mistake, my friend, your gifts and abilities are coming on like never before. You got to trust that. Lots of transformation. This also says to me there's a lot of transformation in the way that you think, in your mindset, in the way you relate to the world, in your perception, in your vision, right? That air element. Oh, and then we have, oh, wow, 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 wow. 1 second, I didn't see. I was just seeing, if you see it, I was just seeing the butterflies. I didn't see this guy over here. This guy, the hummingbird, says impossible. It says, the hummingbird does the impossible, right? It flies backwards, forwards, up, down, it hovers. It looks like it's magic. This says to me, you're finally accepting. It's like you're aligning your beliefs, your mental energies and capabilities and capacity to this impossibility, infinite, impossible potentiality. I'm going to do the impossible. People says it's impossible. Well, guess what? I have impossibility inside of my head, so I'm going to do it. You are this rare soul that says, everybody says it's impossible. Well, I guess I'm going to have to do it so they can prove them wrong. It's not impossible. It actually isn't. It actually is possible. But here's the thing. You may currently be second guessing, kind of going back a little bit, almost indifference, like kind of flip-flopping a little bit back and forth. Can I do this? Can I not? Can I do this? Can I not? You can. You are this person. It wouldn't have came up. It wouldn't have came up in the reading had you not. If you're not this person, you are meant to do impossible things. This next thing. Oh, okay. You're meant to do impossible things. Okay. And this is saying to me, it's the Sedona vortex. This is saying to me that you are here. Oof. Number one, Sedona is probably going to be of some significance to you. I want to say traveling to Sedona, tuning into the frequency of Sedona. But if this is coming up like this, I feel like this is like, hey, you need to go. You need to go to Sedona. Okay. If you have to save up or whatever it is, or however it is that you feel guided from your own soul to travel here, whether it's astrally, right? We got astral travel, physically traveling, mentally traveling, whatever it is, there's something in the frequency of Sedona, which look, it's 44, that's a master number. It's 15:15 on the clock. There is something in Sedona for you, my friend. It's as simply as that. Far more than that, I guess, is there is, because Sedona is a vortex, right? It has all of these vortices all around, but it is one big vortex with many, many vortices in it. But it's very cosmic in nature, it's very interdimensional in nature. And this is what it also says is you are this person to do the impossible, to channeling, this is channeling. Wow, I'm hearing you are the vortex. You are the vortex. You are the impossible. What? What? You are the impossible. Let me feel into this. It's like you are the vortex. There's another layer of here of like you channel vortexes. You can be a vortex. And this isn't new. This really isn't new. It might be new to you. It might be like, I feel like it's opening, cracking something open, opening something inside of you. This is beautiful, my friend. But you're and with all of the butterflies around you, you bring transformation. So I'm speaking to someone who just naturally transforms the environment around them, naturally transforms people, naturally transforms nature, just naturally wherever you go, things are transformed. And we can never not transform the things or be transformed by the things, right? It's a whole intermingling and meshing of like, I'm changed by you, you're changed by me type of energy. But wherever you go, you bring transformation. You are, ooh, I'm hearing the epitome of transformation, of that frequency. You got to go to Sedona. You got to find a way. This is interesting. You got to find a way to get there. Astrally, if you can't quite make it yet, but somehow on some way, it feels like making a plan to get there. Okay? There are a lot of codes there waiting for you. There are, I feel people you're meant to meet, like bump into. And there are things, food, like food that you're meant to experience there, because the food is definitely different there. I mean, if you've ever been to Chocolatry, you know, it's the food's different. Food's different. If I could have that all the time, that's what I'd be eating all of the time. But my friend, this time was meant for you. This is the time that if you've ever felt like you just didn't have a place to belong, or you just didn't feel like you were ever, there's something about belonging here, because I'm looking at the roots and they're like, no, you are meant to root in at this time. You belong to yourself. So there's a deeply internal message of maybe belonging. I keep getting belonging. I don't belong. But like, you belong to yourself, and you belong wherever you are, because there you are and you belong. Okay? There's also something coming in here of you, your vessel being your belonging, right? You belong to yourself. but like also that being your home, right? We create safety in the home, we create security in the home, we create a sanctuary. And that is where you get to root down. No matter if you're like a nomad, you travel a lot, no matter if you have a house and you do have physical roots, no matter what it is, no matter who you are, this is about you belonging to yourself. Because if you belong to yourself, no matter where you are, you belong. Okay, somebody needs to hear this. You belong to yourself. You always belong. You never didn't belong. You only created the idea that you don't belong. And my friend, you belong. You absolutely belong. If if you didn't belong, you wouldn't be here. It's as simple as that. And there may be illusions, smoke and mirrors, programming, wounds that are trying to create this narrative that of the opposite. But the truth is that you will always belong because you are part of creation. Creation belongs to itself. Creation is in and of itself belonging to itself. And I have no idea who needs to hear this. So if you're the one that needs to hear this, let me know in the comments. But you have to remember, because look at these roots. These roots, they have rainbows on them. That says to me integration. Rainbows always say integration to me, unless they say different. Unless they tell me different. Rainbow means integration. If there's rainbow around these roots, that means you've done a hell of a lot of work internally. And you belong. No matter which facet that you of your multidimensional beautiful self you are. Maybe it's the Arcturian that's shining, maybe it's the unicorn, maybe it's the dragon, maybe it's the fairy, maybe it's the Pleiadian, maybe it's the human. Whatever facet of yourself that you're showing, you belong because it's you. It's part of your roots, it's part of your DNA, it's part of your blueprint. You can't not belong. If you're here, you're meant to be part of the new earth. I don't know why I put that in quotations, but you know, take it as it resonates. The new earth. Well, because maybe some people don't understand what that is. So I have no idea why I said that. New earth. New earth is where we're going, right? There's a very distinctive, obvious split, right? The bifurcation that's happening. There are those that want to fight and exclude and constrict. And then there are those that want peace, that want inclusion, that want expansion. So who are you, my friend? Who are you? Chances are you're the one that wants inclusion, that wants harmony, coherence, unity, connection. Chances are you're that being. You know how I know? It's because you're here to do the impossible. Not just within the world, but within all of your own life, right? There may be something here. I'm feeling ancestors here, but there is something here that maybe relationships relationships may be significant, like starting anew, going on dates. That may be significant here, so take it as it resonates. But it might be time to put yourself out there in a new way and see what's out there. Go on some dates. Um, what else? Yeah, I keep looking down at Sedona, and it just seems like Sedona is calling you, my friend. Somehow, some way, and I'm going to intend to call this in for you too. Okay? I'm going to help you because if we're not helping each other out, what the fuck are we doing? So, I'm going to intend this for you. Okay? Obviously, it's got to be your will too and your want to do that too. So it's not against your will. So for those who want to receive this, I'm just going to intend and we're going to send some energy and love. May you find the miracles, the resources. May you call them in as you need. May you attract them powerfully, magnetize them as if by magic through your own will to create it so in your reality. May you bring forth the magic, the medicine, the miracles, the resources necessary for you to have and to plan this magical trip to Sedona so that you may receive the downloads, the insights, the epiphanies, so you may have the magical rendezvous that you need to have for your own highest good. May Source bring all of the pieces together in the most magical and divine way because Source knows a guy. Source knows all of the guys. Source knows how to get you there. Source knows how to grant you access. Source knows how to bring all of the little pieces that you couldn't even see together. I felt that. I felt that. For those who felt that, I see you. May you find all of the resources, all of the things that you need to make this a reality. And so it is. Comment, and so it is to receive. Like, let's do this together. Because honestly, this me too, boo. This me too. On the bottom of the deck, it's the star. It's the star. You are the star. You are the dream. Honestly, there is something very connected here. Oh, look at that. Look, the butterfly at the top, right? Where did we see all those butterflies? And then the star. And then we have the Merkaba, right? Wow. And then we have a pentagram down here, or pentacle, which is just a star. And then we have all those light codes. Look at all those light codes. Holy shit. And then we have the DNA. Look. This is giving activation. So if you like the activation, intend, okay? You got to intend to say yes or say yes down below. But really all in your mind. That's all that you need. Saki hamato moya leke ala moya sanata makua sana. Your DNA is coming on. Alema huasa DNA is coming online. Kakamaloya yamatatiyo. Very quickly, very rapidly. Nana sanata makoya. Sometimes they just certain activators or things, certain things get activated in the DNA so quickly from moment to moment. You may have seen that, like, one moment you could do something, or you couldn't do something, and the next moment you could. Or the first moment you couldn't do something, or yeah, or the first moment you could do something, and the second moment you couldn't. You know what I mean? Words, man. But elekia mahoa sanatema. Elea makaya nata elekiana ma oaele iahana wa makiana tukum ata nate. Kianata. You got to remember you are the star. Makale anata. You're the star of your own story. Kekiana tumaku ohasanate. Kanate asana. Funnily enough, underneath the star we have strength. Kekia wama huasanate. Mayale. 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 Yahwa. Yahwa yamatakoa satatatatata. Haha tanato. Keama. Asana. Layamawa. There are a lot of layers here. There's something in the Merkaba, in someone's field that's getting activated. There is remembrance within the star. Also physical stars, looking up, stargazing. But make no mistake, friend, you are in a powerful time of transformation, which is what I said before. This is what I said at the top of the hour. Well, not the top of the hour, but you know what I mean. The top of this video. And oh, interesting. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. So I'm getting like a feet activation kind of here, 32 on the clock as I said that. But there is something interesting going on, okay? I want you to see it. See all these little unfurlies down here at the feet we were talking about early, that something's unfolding? Well, look at this. There's something here that's unfurling at the feet. And in Sedona, that's all there is. Right? All of these little swirlies. Boop. There is something about your path that is being divinely guided. This is, yeah, that these swirlies seem to be spirit coming in. But there's something here also being grounded in a new way as you walk in this new path, as you walk into this new timeline, right? These new paths, these new potentialities are unfolding, and new dormant potentials are unfolding. This is about staying aligned though, right? As you cross over that threshold, you need to stay aligned, right? The angel, she aligned. You got to stay in that alignment, right? But spirit is guiding you every step of the way. Even if it's your own spirit. Okay, you got to remember, it's like, it's your spirit, it's source, it's all these spirits. It's your spirit, your soul, it's source, it's your guides, it's your team, right? It's your highest, your high angelic team, your guardian angel, your high galactic team, your high elemental team, right? All of these spirits are guiding you. What I'm hearing is, don't get your head out of the clouds. Your head is meant to be in the clouds. That doesn't mean, there is a difference between your head being in the clouds and you being ungrounded. I do not mean be ungrounded, okay? Because sometimes we can mix and distort words and what they mean. I mean, be grounded, because obviously all of this spiritual energy is grounding. Like, you got the roots, you grounded. But it means stop being realistic. Stop being realistic in the way that you were programmed. You were programmed to be realistic, and that looks like, oh, well, I gotta do like in the old world, right? Gotta go and get a job so I can pay the bills, so I can do this. Or I go to college, I do the thing, you know what I mean? It was very, it was very 3D, but it was very limited. The sky is limitless. Keep your head in the sky. Keep your head in the sky and keep grounded. Okay? Root yourself very deeply. Know that you belong, right? But keep your head in the sky. Keep your head in heaven. Keep your roots, your feet on the ground. That way, where's the strength card? Literally. The strength card will say, see it, it'll show you. Stay grounded, rooted to earth. Stay up and rooted into the heavens. That's literally what you need to be doing. Between this, watch, I'll show you. Rooted very, very firmly, right? And you could say rooted very firmly in the heavens. Balance. This is beautiful. Balance. So that also says to me, you're doing a great job balancing your life. And in this new chapter, there's going to be a lot more balance. Balance feels like it's going to be a lot easier because you have put in the reps, my friends. You have maybe before in the past been a little wobbly, but here, as you step over that threshold, it's more stable, right? It's more balanced. That's almost the epitome of balance right there. I would say you tapped in, you're grounded, you're grounded. You're the pillar. You're literally, then you be in that sense, guess what you are? You're the pillar. Yeah? You're the pillar. You then become the conduit. You then become the magician to create heaven on earth. Wow, that's crazy. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, wow, wow. And you're the star. My friend, I'm hearing to tell you, you have everything you need. All of the resources, all of the lessons, all of the discernment. You have everything within you, right? The right mindset, you have everything. Stop second guessing yourself. You have literally everything you need within you. You are the magician. You are the conduit. You are creating heaven on earth. And you know how that happens? You start to create your heaven on earth. Because that frequency, it radiates everywhere, all around you, even to those on the other side of the world. It creates ripples. I'm hearing someone feels that they're wrong for doing this. You're not wrong. Oh, selfish, that they're selfish and wrong. If you grew up in a family that taught you how to sacrifice yourself, betray yourself, abandon yourself and your needs and your dreams, then the medicine that you need is to be a little selfish. And really, honestly, that's not selfishness. It's It's being in alignment and actually giving yourself the respect that you deserve to meet your own needs, to have a life that lights you up so that in whatever you do, you can pour that same frequency, give that frequency to others because others need it. So yeah, you might need to be a little selfish. And that might feel a little weird and strange and like, oof, I don't know. But let me tell you, as someone who didn't have, like, I wasn't allowed to have autonomy. I didn't even know what the fuck that was. Like, autonomy, what is that? I don't think I learned that until my 30s. I don't know. I don't even know, but I didn't even realize it for the longest time. I'm someone who, yeah, was very controlled. You know, my mom controlled me. She wanted to control everything I did, even thought, you know, looking back even to what I thought and my belief systems. And when we grow up in spaces like that, that teach us to abandon ourselves, to abandon our needs, to completely walk on eggshells and not give ourselves any time of day, then yes, it's going to feel a little foreign when we begin to give those things to ourselves. We might feel bad. Something, let's see, what is that? What is that saying? In a family of thieves, the one who doesn't steal is the one who's going to feel guilty. Okay? You're most likely the sensitive one, the one that didn't quite fit in with the family dynamic that was going on. Or maybe you tried, just didn't go that well. And you were like, I don't really fit in here. It's because you weren't meant to fit in, right? It's you being the sensitive one that's like, I feel guilty. I would feel like you're the one that, because you are sensitive, you're feeling other people's maybe stuff that they should feel guilty. You know what I mean? If you're the empath or the sensitive one, you're kind of picking up on the things. That could be one way to interpret that. But another way to interpret that is that, like, in our family dynamics, we look to belong, right? We look to belong. And if we don't belong, we got to figure out some way to belong in order to secure safety, secure belonging, secure that I'm safe somehow. Okay? When you're in doing that, in 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 that act of looking for some kind of way to fit in, you're already betraying yourself. Okay? But you're going to feel guilty that your family of thieves, this is just in the theoretical, right? Because we're going off of that. We're going off of that saying, in a family of thieves, it's the one that doesn't steal that's going to feel guilty. And I can't remember exactly how it goes, but that's the gist of it. That's the feeling of it. You're going to feel guilty for stealing even though you ain't stealing. You're going to feel that. Okay? You're going to feel that even though you don't do that. So in that space, you got to understand. You got to understand that maybe there was programming, rules, things within the family dynamic, maybe they're off. Maybe you're the one that actually needs to detach and say, hey, I need to do something for myself. And then you just kind of work with the feeling of feeling guilty. You got to work through those feelings of feeling guilty. Because let me tell you, there's no need to feel guilty. You should feel proud of yourself for doing the things. But at the same time, I understand that everybody is in their own space and has to deal and navigate those feelings in their own timing, in their own way. But if you are in a family of thieves, right? If you're in a family where everyone is selfish, and then you feel selfish for doing the things, but your family doesn't feel selfish. They feel, oh, maybe it's entitlement. No, I deserve this. We don't need to break down all of the things, right? We don't need to analyze all the things. But if you're in a family where everyone is inconsiderate and disrespectful, you're going to feel, you're going to feel bad for that. If you're in a family where everyone's selfish and you're like, I see how selfish they are, you're going to feel bad for taking some time to yourself. In that case, you may want to even consider reframing selfishness. Because typically selfishness isn't actually selfishness. It's doing what the fuck you need to do to honor your needs, to honor your alignment, to honor your being and where you're at. And the selfishness was only ever an imprint, a pattern, a projection. It can be all those things. Of something that you were energetically sensitive and aware of, but because you had seen how selfish your family was, you didn't want to be that. I don't want to be considered that. I'm not selfish. No, 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 I don't want to be that thing. You're not that thing, love. You're not selfish. It's actually a deep act of love for the self, of respect for yourself, that you consider moving past and moving beyond and moving your energy to a different space of where it gets to be interacted with, acknowledged differently. You're not selfish. And even if you are selfish, reframe what it means to be selfish. Oh, no, this isn't selfish. This is actually me pouring into myself and getting to know myself. Oh, this isn't selfish. This is actually just self-love. Okay. Somebody needed to hear that. Not sure. Let me know in the comments if that is you. You know, we all sometimes we just need to hear something in a different way to help our own psyche, or to even just to break certain patterns, certain beliefs that might be in there, to be like, you know what? No, that's not right. I don't want to believe that anymore. Don't limit yourself, my friend. If something is, I don't want to put a blanket statement out there. If something doesn't feel right, it's typically because it's not right. It's probably not right for you. It might be right for someone else, but if something doesn't feel right, it's because it isn't. Trust it. Okay? And wanting to cultivate your own happiness, wanting to be happy, wanting to create and cultivate happiness within your sphere and have reflections of that happiness, that's not selfishness, my friend. That's self-love. And it's also uplifting all of those around you in ways that you don't even realize. Be yourself. Be selfish. And own it. It's okay. Be selfish. Yeah, I'm selfish. Because guess what? I spent too much time doing what everybody else said, not having an autonomy or individuality or a thought of my own. And guess what? Yep, I'm going to be selfish because I want to know what I think. I want to know what my needs are. I want to pour into me. Own it. Own it. It's okay. Whatever way you, something about this or something about selfishness that somebody needs to hear. Otherwise, I wouldn't be ranting about it. But you're not selfish. Okay? It's okay. It's okay to go after your own happiness and to create a plan, to follow a plan, or to follow your own inner guidance to that happiness, whatever that looks like for you. Okay? I'm going to leave this here. Remember that, my friend, because you deserve happiness. You deserve all of it. You deserve to have your needs met. You deserve all of it. You deserve the fucking world. Okay? Feel free to like, share, and comment, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.